Hello again, everyone. Brant Locklear along with Jeff Johnston coming to you live tonight from Lott-Mosby Stadium here in a historic setting in Anniston, Alabama on a beautiful night for high school football. Temperatures are cooling down. The air's a little crisp tonight. The French fries are cooking in the press box along with the hot dogs and burgers, and we're about ready to see the Sylacauga Aggies coming into town to take on the Anniston Bulldogs.
Well, what a great night tonight. Clouds covering up what's left of the sunshine, fields shaded, and teams look good. I mean, so far it's ready for opening night here at Anniston Lott Memorial Stadium.
A lot of red and black tonight as both teams' colors are red, white, and black. This series all time belongs to the Anniston Bulldogs as they lead the series 9-4. In recent history, the Anniston Bulldogs, the last time these two teams met was in 2007. Anniston took a 20-19 victory. 2006, Sylacauga won 32-7. And then Anniston swept in 88-89 in 2000 and 2001, winning 20-6, 39-0, 21-0, and 34-7. And as they come into this season, the Anniston Bulldogs, this is their first game, while Sylacauga opened up last week with a 28-20 win at Chilton County. And Jeff, you got two teams kind of mirror images of each other. Anniston looks to be a little faster tonight in the warm-ups, and Sylacauga looks to like to have some speed in selected spots, but a lot of size as well. And this should be a great matchup. Both these teams have been having some good years in recent years.
Yeah, we'll see what wins out tonight, size or speed, because Anniston, they're built for speed, and Sylacauga looks like they're built with the size to be able to open up with their running backs and receivers for speed. So it's going to look like it's going to be who can catch who tonight.
The Sylacauga Aggies over the last 8 years have been around that 7-4, 8-3, 8-4 mark. Not really making the playoff most of the time, but either losing that first or second game. So they're looking to try to step it up this year. They've already got a victory over a 6A team early in the season, 28-20. They've got some key people coming back, and so they're looking to extend their season, while Anniston, meanwhile, has struggled the last couple of years, and they're trying to get their act together this year and get back in the winning side.
Yeah, they're building. Coach Bullock's really got this team, looks like pretty much gelled together, and looks like they're fired up tonight to come out and play. Unfortunately, their starting quarterback tonight is out with a leg injury, who injured it back in the Jamboree game with about a minute to go in the first half, and they're starting, looks like two, possible quarterbacks tonight that haven't played at quarterback at all tonight. So it's going to be real interesting to see what Coach Bullock has come up as a game plan to be able to, fill in the absence of Siobhan Bethune.
Siobhan Bethune, yeah. The Bulldogs, of course, go back to 2010. They were 10-3. Then they were 9-5 in 2011. In the last couple of years, they've been 5-6, 5-5, 2-7, 4-6 a year ago. One thing the Bulldogs are having to deal with is the loss of people in their school system, as they've. You take, for example, in 1994, Anniston had 773 students. They were the 39th largest school in the state. Now, just 22 years later, they're at 381 students and the 155th largest school. So they've been dropping in numbers, and so it's been harder to keep a lot of the depth that you would normally have, yet he's still got 65, 70 kids out this season.
Yeah, they're big in numbers, big in heart, to see what they can come out tonight and do out here on the ball field against a nice, big-size Sylacauga Aggie team.
Of course, you have great memories of this stadium as well in some of your younger days.
Yeah, I was back when I was 7th and 8th grade, and my freshman first semester, I played soccer out here over across the way at the baseball field, and played a little bit here actually on the field itself. And tonight, coming out, walking a little bit, brought back some of the memories here playing with and against Anniston. Soccer was at the time I was in grade school was actually pretty huge in Calhoun County, where we had our own rivals, mainly with Jacksonville, Gadsden, Oxford, and Donahoe. And this was a great area here for soccer during back in the day of 78, 79, and the 1980s.
And the Aggies, of course, coming up from Sylacauga, made the trip up. They're going to be in white tonight, and Anniston will be in the red. And we'll take a short break and come back with some more pregame comments here as Sylacauga and Anniston are about to do battle here in about 20 minutes. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers. We don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail-commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the fiercely rugged Terex and Terex 4.
See the full line today at Talladega Cycle Sales on Highway 21 in Talladega or online at TalladagaCycleSales.com.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
Keeping everything under control back home can be complicated, but Alarm.com makes it simple. Say you're relaxing at the beach when, did I forget something? No worries. With Alarm.com, you can lock your house, turn off your lights, close your garage door, adjust your thermostat, and arm your security system. Make sure your home is powered by Alarm.com and control your house with one easy-to-use app.
Your local provider, Systems by Design. Simply smart security.
Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
Welcome back to Lott-Mosby Stadium here in Anniston. The Anniston Bulldogs about to take on the Sylacauga Aggies. The Aggies come in after a 28-20 opening season win at Chilton County. They averaged 35 points a game last season. They've got a lot of talented people back. Alex Thomason, a Division I prospected running back, rushed for over 1,500 yards a year ago. He picked up 163 last week and 2 touchdowns in that Chilton County game. And then, of course, they've got the left-handed quarterback, Jackson Walker, who picked himself up a pair of touchdowns rushing last week as well. So dual threat, and they've got an offensive line that's got a lot of experience coming back.
Yeah, their offensive line, most of them have been 2-year starters, 1 3-year starter. So you got some leadership there on the offensive line, and that's what you need to have a good running game, a good passing game, is that offensive line to be congruent together and playing for a long time so they know each other very well.
They've got a left guard, Austin Decker, 3-year starter. Center, Chase Pruitt, 2-year starter. Corey Whitehead, 2-year starter. right guard and tight end Chase Merkel, a 2-year starter. And when you look at that offensive starting lineup, you see all seniors and juniors, which is a scary, could be bad news for the Anniston Bulldogs tonight.
I only look for four juniors, and the rest of the 11 are seniors, and that's a senior-laden offense. And they played a while together, and they know each other, and looks like they could come out and be very strong tonight, with 7 seniors leading the way.
You look over on the other side of the ball, the Anniston Bulldogs. Of course, Sevion Bethune hurt last week. Just a few minutes to go in the half in their 41-0 victory over Holt in a jamboree, and they've been trying desperately to get that spot replaced this week. I know that Coach Bullock came in on Saturday with some of their possible replacements. They have a B-team guy that played last week. Let's get his name here. That was, who was that? Tyree Carmichael. Just a 9th grader played last week, and so trying to get him ready. Mario Dobbs is one of the others that they were trying to get ready. And, of course, Dobbs, the senior, looks like he's the one that's going to get the nod tonight, as he was taking most of the reps in the pregame.
He was taking most of the reps there. So, and it kind of looked a little shaky on the end around that they run with the scat back or the H back. So doesn't look like they had that very much practice with each other through this week. And when you're just coming in from summer workouts and then the fall practice that you have, and you haven't been doing this, it's going to be, you could see trouble in the backfield if they miss a handoff and put the ball on the ground, and that could cause issues for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, we noticed, one of the key things going to be is the handoffs and the timing and the pitches and all that kind of stuff. Now, Dobbs is a senior. He's a wide receiver, so he's aware of probably where the receivers are going to be because he has been a receiver, but getting the ball flips in the right place is going to be the problem tonight for the Anniston Bulldogs.
Maybe they got enough practice into where it won't be an issue, but that's a very big old question mark right there at starting quarterback for the Anniston Bulldogs tonight.
And you have to wonder if that's going to affect any of the play calling for Anniston as well. Are they limited in the plays that they can call now?
They could just stick mainly to the running game because, granted, they're fast. They're not as big, but they're fast. And you get the offense line going one way and come back the other direction with a reverse or just a counter, and with the speed that Anniston has, I mean, it could go a long way. It's just, I don't know how much throwing the ball they actually will be doing tonight just because it's a new quarterback in the backfield tonight.
And Dobbs is a senior, so he should have a little bit of maturity. I know he's an excellent basketball player, so just be a matter in 7 days did he get the timing down enough to be able to use a full repertoire of plays tonight. But as he mentioned during the week, his main thing is to get somebody ready for the region that starts next week. This game here is important, but it doesn't count in the region standings towards the state playoff berth, and so he's got to get that. He'll have 2 weeks to get somebody ready.
Only thing it could help is if they get a win against Sylacauga tonight, it helps them as to a head-to-head down the road if it comes to making the playoffs or not. Their outer-region games could be very significant. If they have a good win tonight, it goes a long way for them actually making the playoffs on a tiebreaker scenario.
You see some of the other games being played tonight coming across the screen, and the Anniston offense, of course, is a little different. I think this year, this is the second year under offensive coordinator Shannon Felder, so possibly that may help some in having somebody directly in charge of the offense. And of course, big DJ McOlderly, big 250-pound offensive line with him up there. It's always good to run behind somebody that size.
Yeah, you can hide behind them, especially when you're small, short, and fast. Hide behind a big offensive lineman like that, you can go a long ways.
Of course, you see Oxford playing at Gadsden City tonight, and we'll come back and talk some more pregame stuff here. Talk a little bit about the defenses on both ball teams and maybe some of the regions. And so we'll take a short break right now. We'll be back with more pregame comments here from Lloyd. Oh, I said Lloyd. I said Lott-Mosby. I wanted to combine it from Lott-Mosby Field. And this is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Your Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99 and then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 72 years.
We build things that work the way you wish they would. Like a front-end loader you can detach from your seat. Or a mower deck you just drive over and cut through knee-deep grass no problem. Yep, we thought the same thing you did. That's why we build them this way. That's how we run. Nothing runs like a deer.
Stop getting turned down for car credit and call Bill Stanford in Talladega. If you have credit problems and think you can't drive a great car, call, click, or come by Bill Stanford in Talladega today. Tired of hearing no? Bill Stanford says yes. Call, click, or come by today. Past credit problems, slow payments, bankruptcy, divorce? Stop! If your credit is a mess, call, click, or come by Bill Stanford Automotive in Talladega. We love to say yes. On the web at billstanford.com.
In a world that's ever-changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a four-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Face it, when buffering arrives, the party's over. So ditch your slow internet and get Cable One. It has speeds of up to 100 megabits, and that is 10 times faster than AT&T. No buffering, no stuttering, just the ultimate streaming experience. So bring home Cable One and make buffering a thing of the past. Cable One, the face of fast.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers, we don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
You see the Anniston cheerleaders forming a spirit line in the east end zone as the Anniston Bulldogs are about to come on the field. They'll be going up against a Sylacauga defense that gave up 20 points last week. In fact, they were leading 21-20 with just a little over 3 minutes to go, I believe, last week. And there was a penalty on the extra point, and so they moved the ball to the half-yard line. Sylacauga was going for Chilton County was behind 21-20. They were going for 2. After the penalty, they decided to go for 2 from the 1.5-yard line, and they did not get in. And then Sylacauga came down, scored a late touchdown to make it 28-20. So Sylacauga defense came up big, kept them from getting tagged with a loss first game of the season.
And it looks like also on defense, we talked about earlier about how senior-laden the offense was. If you look at the defense, it's basically all juniors and 5 seniors on the defense. So you got guys, again, that are playing together for a couple years and really, count on each other, know where each other are on the field. And so with a lot of these juniors, Sylacauga looks like even for next year, it's going to be strong on defense because they got all these juniors that will be seniors next year. That there's more to build on for next year.
Well, when you look at the defense for Anniston, they only gave up 16 points a game a year ago, and only gave up 9 points per game over their last 4 games. So, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs to a Russellville team that went pretty deep in the playoffs. They lost to them 10-7 at Russellville. So this Anniston defense is going to be something that's going to be quick and attacking the football, and they're led by people like Mario Dobbins at quarterback, Brashard Harris at safety, and Tariq Woods at linebacker.
Again, Anniston's a fast team, so you know they're going to swarm to the ball as soon as it's put into out in play. And with that being the case, with that speed, interceptions, turnovers, easily picked up and ran the other direction for a touchdown. So Anniston, come again. I think their main focus is not size; it's going to be their speed, both on offense and defense. And their defense, from what I've seen tonight out there in warm-ups, is pretty fast. And also, they're actually pretty tall too. A lot of them are at that 6 foot or taller barrier.
You see the Sylacauga band across the way. And let's look at some of the regions now that Anniston is looking at this year. They're in Class 4A Region 5. They dropped down a region from a year ago, but they were not given any favors as they've been dumped into a pretty tough region. Right now everybody's looking probably Cherokee County is one of the favorites. Cherokee County started off last year, I believe it was like 0-3, 0-4, and then against some really strong teams, but then really came on, made it into the playoffs, and ended up finishing 7-5. And then you've got Jacksonville, who looks like they're loaded for bear this year. Got a lot of people back. And of course, Anniston was the state 4A champions just as recently as 2 years ago, and they went to the state championship game 3 years in a row. You got the Sac Wildcats, 13-1, 10-8, 8-3 the last 4 years. They're going to be battling some pretty stiff competition and just trying to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Cherokee County. Well, tonight they're out playing the Piedmont Bulldogs, and that's going to really show, what kind of team they're made of. That'll give Anniston an idea as to what they're going to be going up against here in a few weeks.
And let's see looking at the Sylacauga side of things, the Aggies are in just a tough region as well. They've got Beauregard in there, who was 11-1 a year ago, and they averaged 9-10 wins a season for the last 5 years. Then you've got Cleveland County team that's got a lot of people back, and they've been 9-3 the last 2 years. Lincoln, a good solid team, 7-5, 4-6 a year ago. And then you've got Central Clay, who was 6-5, and ever since they've consolidated with Lineville down there, if you'll look at their record, they've gotten worse each year. They went 10-2, 10-3, 8-4, and 6-5. So we're going to see, if Central Clay can turn that thing around this year, and they opened up with a win over Munford, 14-10. So tough region for the Sylacauga Aggies. They finished, I believe it was third a year ago, and they've gotten some extra teams in there this year that are going to be even stronger. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to take another short break as we're about to have the national anthem here. This is Brent Locklear and Jeff Johnston coming to you from Lott-Mosby here on FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
Why shop for a vehicle in Talladega? Because buying a car is a big deal. When you buy, you want the best deal. Shop 6 of America's best brands all in one location. Over 200 new vehicles and quality used. Sale priced. We pay up to 150% of Kelley Blue Book for your trade. And we're the home of the Bill Deal. Take the short drive to Talladega for the best buying experience you'll ever have. Bill Stanford Automotive.
Come see me for your special Bill Deal today.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the fiercely rugged Terex and Terex 4.
See the full line today at Talladega Cycle Sales on Highway 21 in Talladega or online at TalladagaCyclesales.com.
And for Anniston, we've got...
We are back here at Lott-Mosby. The Sylacauga Aggies, you see them, they're about ready to come onto the field right now. We've got captains heading out to the center of the field for the coin toss.
And it already looks like we've already got a uniform change number on somebody, because we don't have number 84 on our Sylacauga lineup here. So I don't know who this gentleman is coming out, along with Austin Decker of Sylacauga. For Anniston, we've got Mario Dobbins and Brashard Harns out there for being captains for Anniston.
Coin toss right out there in the middle of the field. A big white and red A, the Anniston Bulldog. I come from a small town in South Alabama called Andalusia. We were the Andalusia Bulldogs, and our colors were red and black, and we had the same kind of A as Anniston got. And our arch rivals were the Bobcats, and they had a big O, black and gold O. And of course here you've got the black and gold O of the Oxford Yellow Jackets. So a lot of similarities.
Looks like Sylacauga won the toss, and they're discussing as what they're going to do.
Looks like they want to defer to the second half, which gives us.
Okay. Sylacauga is going to be kicking westwardly to Anniston, who's going to be going east. Sylacauga is going to receive the ball. Anniston will kick.
Well, we're about ready to get this thing underway. The Sylacauga Aggies and the Anniston Bulldogs. We saw the officials before the game across the street, I believe, over at Piggly Wiggly, warming up and getting loose.
Yeah, they were over at the Pig getting hydrated and dressed and parking their vehicles there. So I guess if something goes wrong tonight, they got an escape route.
We will have to say the press box facilities here at Lott-Mosby are outstanding. We have air conditioning on a really hot night. That makes a huge difference.
And it's spread out, lots of room. I mean, you can fit a lot of people in here. And then here come the Aggies.
Sylacauga Aggies 1-0. 5A, Region 4. Anniston Bulldogs now. We'll await their entry here coming out of the east end zone. We're just about ready to get this thing underway. And here comes the Anniston Bulldogs. I thought they were coming. They're kind of moving in slow motion. And that's because their quarterback that hurt his leg last week is leading the way. And he's having a lot of trouble negotiating the
paper.
The paper, yeah.
And he's leading them out. That's a good thing for the guys to see that he's, still part of the team, still with the team, even though he has an injury right there. And how to make inspire these guys to play hard. Even if it's, they're saying it might be for him, but show him that he has the guts to still come out and support his teammates.
But they put him in a pretty tough spot right there, right at the very front of the pack. If anybody decided to, to pick up the pace a little bit, he was in trouble.
Well, him being a senior, I don't think many people are going to, get ahead of him with being the. So, but he's the leader of the group. So.
Back deep for the Sylacauga Aggies is going to be. Can't pick that number up.
14, I believe.
That'll be 14 for the Sylacauga Aggies. That's going to be Cole Grogan, 170-pound senior. And we're just about set to kick off. You see Coach Bullock welcoming his quarterback.
We also have back deep number 6, Tashoon Looney, and on the far side, number 3, Cade Bryant.
Set to kick off for Anniston. That looks like
it's our starting quarterback, Mario Dobbins.
Dobbins is going to kick off number 2. He kicks it high. The ball is going to be taken at the 15-yard line across the 20, out to the 25, breaks a couple tackles and spins his way to the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sylacauga Aggies.
Derek McElderry was
McElderly.
I'm sorry, made the tackle there on the play.
And the Aggies start off. Quarterback, of course, the lefty, Jackson Walker. Alex Thomason, the tailback, Division I prospect. Aggies do some shifting. Excuse me, Joe.
Anniston's playing a 3-3 defense here.
Thomason goes left, spins across the 39, 40-yard line, maybe snuck across the 40 by about a half a yard. Give him about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and a long 5.
Looks like Bradford Harns made the tackle up from his safety position.
Aggies not trying to fool a little bit on that play, just kind of tossed it back and went right at that Anniston defense. We'll give him a 4-yard gain on the play, long 4. Man in motion, they hand it off to Thomason again. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, takes it out to about the 49-yard line. Good hard running, and it'll be a 1st down for the Aggies.
Quintarius Garden on the tackle from his linebacker position there. Came up and met him after he already had the 1st down. Big run power right up the middle.
A little bit of Derrick Henry and looking at him just taking that thing and just powering the ball. Again, he's a D1 prospect. Alex Thomason, 190-pound senior.
He's got the big boys up front there blocking for him. He got those 3-year starters blocking for him.
Carried for 12 yards so far in the game. Pass is complete out here in the flats. That is
fumble on the play.
He dropped the ball on the ground. Let's see. Is Anniston going to get it?
Number 25, Cassius Carter, comes up with the fumble.
He did. He was stepping out of bounds. As he was stepping out of bounds, he left the ball on the field behind him. And so a 16-yard pass play is negated by the fumble after the catch.
You can't carry as the coaches would tell you, you can't carry the football out there like a piece of loaf of bread. You're going to get it taken from you.
He just kind of left that thing hanging out in the field of play, and they just took it right out of his hands. 1st and 10. Anniston Bulldogs at their own 34-yard line.
They're in the power I. I haven't seen this in a long time from a high school football team.
Dobbins hands it off to Hurd. Hurd goes right. Nowhere to go. Tried to bounce off outside. Picked up a couple. Hurd, L.J. Hurd, the senior. I hear a little Alabama fight song in the background.
Where's Alabama playing today? I thought they didn't play till next week, but.
Gain of 2.5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Derek Carter made the tackle on the last play.
Dobbins takes it, hands it off to the right. And he gets knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Is nowhere to go in there.
Big old Sam McGrady there had his handful of jersey and wasn't bound to let him go at all.
And that was Jeremy McCants carrying the ball. Forward progress nets him about a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Bulldogs, I'm sure, just trying to get Dobbins some reps in here to get him acclimated to his new position. He's now in the shotgun. He drops back to pass, throws a little screen pass up in the air, and it's caught somehow in the middle of all that by McCants. And he did a nice job of hauling it in and taking it up to the 46-yard line and picking up a 1st down. But, wow, what a pass.
That was almost scary right there. Number 29, Vontae Graham for Sylacauga on the tackle there off that screen pass that got him a 1st down when it was, 3rd and 6.
1st and 10 Bulldogs at the 46-yard line.
9:12 to go in the 1st quarter.
Dobbins is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to McCants. McCants trying to go right. He's got a guy grabbing all over him, and he knocks him down for a about a half a yard loss on the play.
And that's our number 84 that we don't have his name or anything. I want to say that might be Chris Jackson, the DB. Might have had his uniform changed to 84 instead from 86.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Dobbins going to the sideline to get the play from Coach Bullock. Comes back out. He's got McCants behind him. He's got C.J. Ramsey split out wide to the right. They got 2 guys to the far side up there and 2 guys to the near side.
Oh.
Dobbins back to pass, looking downfield, fires a bullet over the middle. It is complete to number 16 for Anniston. He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown at the 5, the 4, the 3, 2, 1 touchdown. Terrian Sizemore takes it some 54 yards, and the Anniston Bulldogs are on the board 6-0.
What an exciting pass play right down the middle, little slant post pattern for a touchdown. That was nice pitch and catch there by Dobbins. And he almost was tackled by his own man at the 5-yard line, trying to make the cutback to the end zone from trying to be tackled. But was about the only man that could get a hand on him.
But nice pass by Dobbins on that play as he was right on the button with it. He's now lined up to kick the extra point. The kick is up. It looked like it may have been a little off, but he knocks it right through the uprights, and it's 7-0 Anniston. Well, we'll take a short break here as the Bulldogs take the lead 7-0. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
Don't let this happen to you. Come in today at Big Woody's Tires on Highway 202 in Anniston for a free tire and rim inspection. With over 3 decades of experience, Big Woody's has new and used tires with the latest and most up-to-date equipment. We specialize in 30-inch wheels and down. If you can't afford new tires, see us for good high-tread used tires at a fraction of the cost. You're born to be a winner. Make your ride safe and look like one too with tires and wheels from Big Woody's, where every reasonable price is negotiable.
Takes the kick, returns it back to the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sylacauga Aggies. About where they started out in the last series, and the Anniston Bulldogs are showing no quarterback, no problem.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Dobbins is doing kickoffs, extra points, playing defensive back, and also quarterback for the Anniston Bulldogs tonight. Mr. Everything.
Jackson Walker, quarterback for the Aggies. They find themselves down suddenly 7-0. Here's the handoff to Thomason. He goes to the right. They're Bulldogs all over him as he cuts across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. Now you're starting to see that Anniston defense key on Thomason. Picks himself up about 3 yards.
Quintarius Gordon with the stop there. Looked like he about picked him up and slammed him down on that play right there. But that was they're firing off. They know who's kind of going to get the ball here. And they're just, like you said, they're keying on him.
We're going to see if Sylacauga has other options. Is this Anniston defense looking pretty quick right now? Man in motion. They hand it right at the middle of Thomason. He breaks a couple tackles across the 45 out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 11 yards, and it'll be a 1st down for the Sylacauga Aggies.
Bashard Harns there on the tackle. Almost busted it all the way there. Out one more block, and he could have gone a long ways here tonight.
Well, he's got some speed and some power, too.
They love the little right-off tackle, give and go.
Man in motion again. They hand the ball again to Thomas, and he breaks one tackle, cuts out to the left side. 3 guys hit him, and he still moves forward for maybe 4.5 yards.
Takes half the team to get him down. Good run on 1st down, got him 4 yards.
He's carried 5 times for 30 yards so far in this game.
We got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the quarter. The Aggies across midfield. moving the ball pretty well.
Thomason again right up the middle. Flags go flying on this side, near side of the field.
Looks like we may have someone off sides. Because it's thrown over here by the side judge.
Thomason dipped it in there for 4 yards, but let's see if it stands up.
Either legal shift.
You hear the Anniston band below us just going at it. They're going to back the Aggies up 5 yards. Illegal procedure. First penalty of the game.
Gives them second down and 11.
6:35 to go in the opening quarter.
And we know the Aggies can throw the ball. Let's see if they can just hold on to it this time.
Yes, Bailey Ward dropped that fumble, gave Anniston a bit of a break. Handoff. No, the quarterback's going to keep it. He's got all kinds of running room as Jackson Walker. Nice fake, takes it some 12, 15, 16 yards down about the 35-yard line. We got an Aggie down back on the 50-yard line.
They took Tariq Woods, had to make that touchdown-saving tackle there. But we got him. Yeah, we got him. I can't see his number. I want to say it's 73. Graham Hoogley.
Walker rushed for 99 yards last week, so he's the option. Looks like that's number 57 on the ground for the Aggies.
That's hard to see the number.
Yeah. I was looking at Coy Whitehead, and he's a 240-pound junior. And we'll take a short break while they're tending to him. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
We build things that work the way you wish they would. Like a front-end loader you can detach from your seat. Or a mower deck you just drive over and cut through knee-deep grass no problem. Yep, we thought the same thing you did. That's why we build them this way. That's how we run. Nothing runs like a deer.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers. We don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
First and 10 Aggies at the 36-yard line of Anniston. Second time they've been inside Anniston territory. They fumbled here at the 36 on their first drive after a pass completion, and Anniston took it in quickly for the score.
Coy Whitehead actually got up and walked off on his own power, so that's a real good sign for the Aggies that he was able to get up and walk off on his own. Now we got looks like a penalty here for some reason.
A delay of game penalty on Sylacauga, which is probably going to irritate the Sylacauga coach just a little bit because you have a timeout, injured player, then you get a delay of game penalty. Apparently they didn't hear him blow the ball back into play.
Well, the 25-second clock didn't start. That's what looks like he was arguing out. All the coaches were pointing that the clock didn't start. Yeah. And it's going now.
First and 15 at the 41-yard line. Walker's going to fake it, fire a pass over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Cole Grogan and almost picked off by a Anniston Bulldog flying in there. Looked like that was Brashard Harris maybe having a chance to pick it off, but it falls incomplete.
We've got an official timeout here, and they're calling a heat timeout at 5:49 to go in the first quarter.
And we'll take a heat timeout with them. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99 and then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 72 years.
In a world that's ever changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a four-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Walker takes it, rolls around the left side, and as you heard Jeff Johnson say, he got upended hard. He picks himself up about 7-8 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
He picked himself up, but he come up limping there. That was a hard takedown by Rashard Harns. He laid a lick on the quarterback there. That was, yeah, he's walking gingerly right now. He's thinking twice about faking the ball off to their stud running back.
We got all kind of problems at the line of scrimmage. Flags come flying in. Looked like one of those deals where everybody went but the ball. And again, the quarterback for Sylacauga limping badly. Penalty's going to go against the Aggies.
He got popped on the knee by the tackle that on the last preceding play there, and he's gimpy right now.
Yes,
I would be too off that kind of hit.
He's gotten beaten up on the last 2 plays.
He's trying to work it off now. Jogging up and down, jumping. So
the senior quarterback, 5 more yards and penalties, backs up the Aggies. And the Aggies kind of self-destructing here at the 36-yard line. This is the 3rd time they've been at the 36-yard line on this drive.
And they've taken a timeout also on the play.
And we'll take a short break with them. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Keeping everything under control back home can be complicated, but Alarm.com makes it simple. Say you're relaxing at the beach when, did I forget something? No worries. With Alarm.com, you can lock your house, turn off your lights, close your garage door, adjust your thermostat, and arm your security system. Make sure your home is powered by Alarm.com and control your house with one easy-to-use app.
Your local provider, Systems by Design. Simply smart security.
5:08 to go in the first quarter. Anniston leading Sylacauga 7-0 as quarterback Mario Dobbins, in his first start at quarterback, has thrown for a 54-yard touchdown pass to Terrian Sizemore, if I've got that right. Sizemore. Sizemore. I can't read my own writing here. Looks like Jackson Walker's okay. Quarterback for Sylacauga. Got his knee banged up on 2 consecutive plays. They're going to hand it off to Thomason. Thomason breaks a couple tackles, gets it down inside the 30, maybe the 28-yard line. And, man, he shot that left guard over there and got himself 8-9 quick yards.
He's awfully close to the first down marker. He's probably about a yard to a half a yard short. I think they're going to line up on the ball and go for it here. It's too far to kick a field goal.
They're hurrying up, lining it up. They give it to Thomason. Thomason
He's got it.
Bowls his way down to about the 24-yard line like a bowling ball. Picks himself up 3 yards, and it'll be a Sylacauga first down. Thomason now 7 carries, 42 yards.
And we're starting to see this offensive line take over the ball game here a little bit.
Anniston's got everybody in there tight. Thomason cuts out to the outside, dives across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line, give him 7 more yards.
Big old left tackle Ryan Pugh right there made a huge hole for him to run beside. That was huge.
265-pound senior. He's a beast. 2nd and 3.
He's standing right here looking at it. He's the tallest one out there on the offensive line and the widest.
You look at Anniston, they've got 9 guys in there tight.
Quarterback's
going to keep it. Cuts outside, going to get his first down, breaks a couple tackles, and surges forward down to about the 11-yard line. Let's give Jackson Walker, a nice little 7-yard gain on the play.
Good fake right there because everybody was crashing down on Mr. Thomason there. And he was able to tiptoe around the left side there and pick up his first down. That's some good ball faking right there.
Walker, 24 yards rushing on 2 carries. 3:31 to go, opening quarter, 7-0, Anniston leading. Handoff again. Quarterback keeps it this time. Follows behind the running back. Dives forward for about 3 or 4 yards. Gets it inside to 10. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there.
Mass substitution there by Anniston, getting some more size in there on the defensive front.
Number 6 in the backfield for Sylacauga, Tashon Looney, lined up behind Thomason. Big tight end switches Anthony Merkel. They run behind him as takes it, dives it into the end zone. I believe he got it. Alex Thomason, did he get the touchdown or did they show him coming up just short?
He's down at the 1-inch yard line there. Looks like he's awfully close. Down at the, you couldn't get any closer. I think there's a blade of grass between that and the goal line.
Well, they're knocking on the door. They're inside the 1 yard line. 8 more yards for Thomason. Quarterback sneak, dives in for the touchdown. The Aggies tie the game.
6-7.
Well, they will tie the game when they kick the extra point. Assuming he makes it. 1 yard touchdown run at the 2:28 mark here in the first quarter. Looks like the kicker, Riley Keith, on to try the extra point.
And they've got to run on another man. They're 1 short.
Riley looked pretty good. Keith kicking the ball in warm-ups. And he knocks this one right down the middle. It's tied now, 7-7. We'll take a break and be right back. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
See the full line today at Talladega Cycle Sales on Highway 21 in Talladega or online at TalladagaCycleSales.com.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers. We don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
McCants picks it up at the 25, the 30, breaks it across, 50, 45. He cuts back to the outside again, 40, 35, 30. And finally, he's dragged down from behind as Jeremy McCants returns the kickoff from his own 10 to the Sylacauga 30. That'll be a nice 60-yard punt or kickoff return.
Joseph Johnson there made the touchdown saving tackle. Sometimes that squib kit does not work well sometimes because you got to be able to stay in your lanes and be able to see the player and the ball bouncing around like that. You kind of get taken out.
Anniston knocking on the door. L.J. Hurd lines up in the backfield with Mario Dobbins. They give it to Hurd. He goes off a left guard. Not a whole lot of room. Takes it down to about the 26-yard line. About a 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Anniston 7 yards on the ground, 62 in the air. We were talking about before the game how they try to keep it on the ground because of the new quarterback. Well, it's been just the opposite.
Yeah, he hit that nice post route slant there across the middle for the touchdown.
Dobbins calling the ball. He's looking to pass. This time he's going to take it, throw a little pass out in the flats, incomplete to McCants, who didn't look like he was ready for it, but elusive in the backfield for Mario Dobbins on the incomplete pass.
That was almost a blown play because the 25-second clock was down to 1 second. That's why he was clapping his hands like he was trying to get the ball hiked.
He had a great view of the 24-second clock, too. He was standing right smack down in front of it and probably the only one looking at it.
I almost thought he was going to take off and run the ball instead of doing a little shuffle pass out to McCants there.
3rd and 7. Dobbins got a man over the middle, complete. He's going to take it in for a touchdown, but there's a penalty on the play.
Yeah, play stop had offsides. Looks like on the defense.
Sizemore would have had himself another touchdown.
Faults, there we go. I was going to say they couldn't stop. The play would have gone on. If it was on the defense, they wouldn't have stopped it if it weren't on the offense there. And, folks, one of these days I'll learn not to say the word there.
1:26 to go in the opening quarter as Jeff just rambles on over there. Not sure what he's doing, but he's enjoying it nevertheless. Dobbins firing long downfield. He's got a man running under it. He's got him for a touchdown. Brashard Harris hauls it in. A 33-yard touchdown pass.
And, wow, just like that, Anniston comes right down the field and scores.
After the 60-yard kickoff return by McCants, penalty backs him up 5 yards, and McCants takes it in from 33 yards out on the pass.
He had 2 men open there. He had the gentleman in the corner, Mr. Harns, and then he had Mr. Ramsey right down the middle of the field wide open. So he had a choice of where to throw in.
Dobbins is throwing another pass up for the 2-point conversion. It is good, as it looked like there was trouble with the kick, and he throws it on a scramble play and hits again. L.J. Hurd in the flats for the 2-point conversion. It's 15-7 Anniston.
And the Sylacauga coaches are upset because that was 2 passes there on the play.
Yeah,
and they were thinking one was a lateral, and then I don't know. That looked more like a forward pass there to Mr. Dobbins, and Dobbins turned around, threw it to Hurd there for the 2-point conversion off the bobble snap. So, but here we are, 15-7 Anniston. Kicking off.
And again, we hear the Alabama Crimson Tide fight song in the background. I guess that's coming over the stadium airways.
No, I believe it's Sylacauga's band playing it.
You don't think they'd be playing that every time after Anderson scores, though, do you? Nevertheless, here's the kickoff. Fumbled. Picked up by Cole Grogan. He explodes out to the 33-yard line, running with a little bit of passion as he picks up that football.
Looked like he was a little fired up that he dropped the ball and that they scored on that 2-point conversion there. It kind of upset him there a little bit.
1st and 10, Sylacauga at their own 32-yard line. Anniston showing that they can move the football. Dobbins is 4 out of 5 for 104 yards passing in the game. New quarterback in the game for Sylacauga. I was trying to see the number.
It's number 16.
Oh, that's the same one. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Jackson throws a pass to Keenan Daniel. Catches it kneeling down at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards on the play.
And if they are playing the Alabama fight song here from the Anniston stands here from the sideline, from the press box, it's kind of fitting that they do because they've had a few players here from Anniston go to the University of Alabama.
Jackson is going to hand it off to Thomas, and he's carrying people across the 43 out to the 44-yard line. Going to get himself 4.5 yards and another Aggie first down.
And we got some more laundry on the play on the far side and here in the middle.
Flags flying all over the place.
We got 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Anniston leading 15-7.
It's going to be against the Sylacauga Aggies, the officials are indicating. Face mask. And that's going to make it a first down for sure.
Well, if the ref can get turned around, I'm not sure which way he's supposed to.
Well, when I saw him, he pointed face mask and pointed in the direction of Sylacauga. They're going to mark it off
5 yards.
5 yards. 2 penalties now against the Bulldogs in the first half.
And we'll probably only
First
get
quarter.
one more play here off.
Jackson Walker. A shift, and Anniston jumped off sides, and they didn't call it.
Yeah, the far side
I know
over
they
there
did,
through
huh?
the flag.
I'm not sure why. I guess 50 did throw it over here on this side. I just didn't see it. But it looked like he just blatantly looked at it and ignored it.
Oh, they're calling it on the Aggies because it looks like the offensive line came out of their stance.
That's not going to make the Sylacauga side very happy.
I don't think they've been happy all night. Because it looked like they was going to do the Dallas Cowboy, how they reset.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's what they tried to do. And for some reason, I guess they got called for motion.
1st and 15. 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Anniston sneaking some people up on the line. They hand it off to Thomason. He gets hit in the backfield, spins down, no gain on the play.
That was Harris on the carry there.
And that's going to be the end of your first quarter. With the scores 15-7 Anniston. We'll take a break and be right back. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
Stop getting turned down for car credit and call Bill Stanford in Talladega. If you have credit problems and think you can't drive a great car, call, click, or come by Bill Stanford in Talladega today. Tired of hearing no? Bill Stanford says yes. Call, click, or come by today. Past credit problems, slow payments, bankruptcy, divorce? Stop! If your credit is a mess, call, click, or come by Bill Stanford Automotive in Talladega. We love to say yes. On the web at billstanford.com.
Thomason carries it off the right side, picks up a couple of yards. 3rd down and 13. More like about 11 and a half, 12 yards possible, probably more likely. It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Aggies. They've only passed the ball 3 times. Let's see if they go there this time, Harris. The defensive back for Anniston in the middle of the field. Jackson Walker firing downfield, incomplete. Looked like his receiver, Keenan Daniel, just kind of gave up on the play a little bit. And he falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down. The Anniston defense has shut down this Sylacauga offense.
Yeah, they're just kind of misfiring here the past series and a half from the touchdown that they got. They just haven't seemed to be able to be congruent in their plays.
Back deep for the Bulldogs. I can't see the number again. It kind of blends in. Is that number 2 Dobbins? Or he's been returning punts. We'll see in a minute. Here's the kick. It's going to go out of bounds, way short. It's going to be a terrible kick. They started out at the 48. It's going to go, official spotting it at the 35. So it'll be about a 16-yard punt. And Anniston is going to come out with pretty good field position.
He was kicking boomers during warm-ups.
He got that one off the side of his foot, almost went directly out of bounds.
Reminds me of your golf game there, that little shank slice.
Yeah, but there was nobody ducking to get out of the way of it, though, like they do on the golf course. 11:04 to go, second quarter. Dobbins has got, hands it off. Let's check the number.
I
Looks
want
like
to
that
say
was 34.
34.
L.J. Hurd. Maybe got a couple yards to the 38-yard line.
They give him forward progress there because he wasn't going any further than that.
This Anniston offense, 104 yards in the air. Dobbins 4 out of 5. That was a big question mark coming in with quarterback Savion Bethune going down last week in the Jamboree. Dobbins has moved from wide receiver to quarterback, and the Bulldogs aren't missing a beat. Dobbins is going to hand it up the middle. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 yards. McCants all the way down to the 35-yard line of Sylacauga. He'll rip off about 26 yards in a hurry.
And Rod Milner made the touchdown-saving tackle there.
And right now, this Anniston speed is just beating Sylacauga to death right now. 2 long pass plays. They're running chunks out of them on the ground. Ball juggled in the air. McCants just hangs on to it as Dobbins kind of mishandled the snap.
Yeah, mishandled the snap and couldn't get the handoff smoothly to his running back and lost about 5 yards on that play.
So one of the things, he's not had the repetitions, only had a week of it. But that's really only a couple other plays. He threw a pass early in the game, a little screen pass that was a disaster waiting to happen, but he got away with it. And he got away with this here. So he's made some mistakes, but they haven't hurt him. Dobbins, again, his first game at quarterback. He takes it, he drops back. He's being chased, cuts inside of a couple tacklers. He's going to turn the corner, 40, 35, down to the 34-yard line. Almost a horse collar as he picks up 6 yards. Looked like the Sylacauga player almost got him by the shoulder pads and dragged him down, but it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. 8:38 to go here in the first half. They're trying to take their 3rd possession in a row in for a score. And we've got I believe officials are going to call a timeout. Timeout, Anniston. We'll take one with them. 15-7 Anniston. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
What's it like to be in good hands? Like finding new ways to be taken care of.
Home, car, life insurance, obviously.
But with added touches you can't get everywhere else, like claim-free rewards?
Or safe driving bonus checks. Even a claim satisfaction guarantee.
It's good to be in good hands.
Call Alan Parnell at 256-831-8887 at the Parnell Insurance Agency on Snow Street in Oxford and in Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Keeping everything under control back home can be complicated, but Alarm.com makes it simple. Say you're relaxing at the beach when, did I forget something? No worries. With Alarm.com, you can lock your house, turn off your lights, close your garage door, adjust your thermostat, and arm your security system. Make sure your home is powered by Alarm.com and control your house with one easy-to-use app.
Your local provider, Systems by Design. Simply smart security.
Dobbins has West out in the flats. West turns it upfield, down to the 30, down to the 25, takes it inside the 22-yard line. They're going to spot it just past the 20-yard line, or about the 21 if I'm looking at right across the field. It'll be another first down for the Anniston Bulldogs. Another 14-yard pass play. Dobbins looking very good passing the ball. He's 5 out of 6 now for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was their wide receiver last week in the Jamboree. Pressed into action with the injury to Savion Bethune. Ball's at the 20. Dobbins is going to take it. He's going to hand it off to McCants. McCants trying to get outside, does. Gets it down to about the 15 to where he's cartwheeled to the ground at the 15-yard line. Let's give McCants a gain of some 5 yards on the play. Brings up a second down and a short 5. Ball at the 15. McCants running hard. Dobbins getting the play from the sidelines. Anniston chewing up the clock. 7:22, 7:21 to go in this first half. Bulldogs trying to put another one on the board and go up by 2 touchdowns, and we got a flag that goes flying. Looks like an illegal substitution, possibly, as I count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I count 12 Bulldogs on the field. And you only need 11. And this is coaches trying to explain that to their players. That penalty is going to back the Bulldogs up 5 yards. Too many men on the field for Anniston. Jeremy West was trying to sneak off the field, but he was right in front of the official, just could not get off in time. Anniston now back with 11 guys. L.J. Hurd and McCants in the backfield, and we got another penalty, as it looks like 53 Traquan Cooper moved on the right side of the line.
He got a little excited there and wanted to go ahead and hit somebody because he knew it was probably going to be a good play because he was blocking down on the defensive end.
6:51 to go. Anniston now back themselves up. Second down and 15. Back-to-back 5-yard penalties.
And the Aggies a little confusion there on defense. Had to substitute a guy in late.
Anniston shifts to the other side, and Dobbins is going to take it and follow all his blockers to the left. He's the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Mario Dobbins.
And we got some laundry on the play over there on the far side. Looks like possible block in the back.
Dobbins showed his great speed as he turned the corner, but let's see what. It looks like there's going to be, like you said, Jeff, a block in the back down around the 10.
Holding, it's no same difference.
And they're going to mark that thing at the 8-yard line. They're going to back it up from there. So Dobbins picked up 17 yards on the run. They're going to back the ball up to the 18-yard line, so it's a 10-yard penalty. And now we're back where we were at a few minutes ago. So a lot of penalties now starting to plague this game. Anniston has had 5, Sylacauga 3, and all of them have pretty much been in this quarter. So that's one reason it's dragging this quarter out.
Yeah, that was a student body left. On that last play, they had everybody going to the left-hand side. Looks like kind of the same play again.
And that's what they're going to do is Dobbins goes to the left, but this time there is about 5 Sylacauga players out there, and they tackle him along with half the coaching staff for Sylacauga, and Dobbins has had his helmet knocked off. And I hope that doesn't mean he has to leave the
yes,
field
sir,
for
it
one
does.
play.
Yes, sir. I believe he has to come out for a play.
Now, if it's knocked off out of bounds, is that one thing or?
It's still in the field of play. Number 5 coming in for Anniston is Jeremy West, the backup quarterback. So yes, he's talking to the coach. I guess he got to stay since he was out of bounds. Brent, I believe you were right.
3rd down and 12 has been an adventurous series of plays since they got inside the 30-yard line. Anniston
And another timeout is going to have to be taken because they had 3 seconds to go on the 25-second clock.
And we'll take a short break with them. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
I thought they called timeout.
Well, while we were away, they called another timeout, but the Heat timeout at the 6-minute mark. So we played a quarter and a half. What have we learned so far about this Anniston Bulldog offense?
Well, they could run the ball, and from what we've seen, they can actually throw the ball with a backup quarterback who's only had basically 4 days of practice this week.
Well, Mario Dobbins, we're talking about. He's 5 out of 6 for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bulldogs have gained some 60 yards on the ground. So they have 178 total yards to Sylacauga's 110. So a lot of offense, but then Sylacauga got most of theirs on their second drive when they went in for the score. And in fact, Sylacauga's had 4 drives, and Anniston has shut them down 3 times, where Anniston is on their 4th drive, and they're trying to get their 3rd touchdown. So this is a big series here for the Bulldogs. A touchdown could give them a pretty good lead.
I bet you if you would have mentioned this to Coach Bullock there, that you would have had 100 and some odd yards passing, 2 touchdowns in the first half, and be leading 15-7.
Well, what was his comments again? He said something that we're going to be all right. What was that? Let's see here. We'll see what he can do. We should be all right. Well, I think he was. You know, it's the good thing about when you got to bring a quarterback on like this, if you got a senior, that's a lot different than if the guy's a 9th grader that you're trying to run out there for the first time. So a little bit of.
Well, there's a little bit more maturity there.
Plus, the guy's a wide receiver and is used to handling the ball.
He knows the playbook also, because being the receiver, you got to know that. But I don't think you would come out and said you would have had 2 touchdown passes and have 170 yards passing that instead of rushing. Right. I don't believe you would have seen that.
He'll take it. Dobbins looking to his right. Throws it way up in the air. It could be picked off, and it is not picked off. A good defensive play by the number 6, Brashard Harris, for Anniston to keep it from being picked off. And now we got
an official timeout. Now I think this is the Heat timeout.
Well, the drama continues here. It's been the longest set of 4 plays I've ever seen. We'll take our 3rd timeout in this series right now with 5:53 to go in the first half. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers, we don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
Feeling frustrated with the slow internet? Switch to Cable One high-speed internet, because speed means smiles. Get 100 megs, just $35 a month. Call 855-740-8971. Better internet means better Wi-Fi, and it doesn't get any better than Cable One. Get reliable, hassle-free streaming on all your wireless devices. 100 megs, $35 a month. Cable One, the face of fast. Call Cable One and switch today.
Back to pass, fumbles the football out in front of him, and it's going to be recovered by Sylacauga, but it was 4th down, and you had nowhere to go with it anyway. The only bad thing that could have happened is they could have picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown. Dobbins picks up about 4 yards, well short of a first down. It'll be Aggie ball. Big stop for the Sylacauga Aggies.
Well, they got 5 minutes, 43 seconds to do something with this ball, and hopefully they get it, drive it down the field and put up some points before halftime.
Anniston has had a huge momentum going here for them. Let's see if the Aggies now can stop it. They're going to give it to Thomason. He comes left. He gets hammered, cuts through a man, and dives across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. You just don't knock him down with one hit. He picks up 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, you're not going to just hit him and see if he's going to fall down. This is a Division I prospect here. You want to have to wrap him up to get him down.
He's got 10 carries for 64 yards so far. A little shifting in the backfield. Thomason again goes his right, cuts back to the inside. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. Whoa.
Took a huge hit right there.
Shoulder pads popping. 8-yard gain for Thomason. A first down for the Aggies.
That was Derek McElderry again, who made that big old hit.
You could feel it all the way up here as his helmet just popped up. Pass is completed to the 42-yard line, a gain of some 8 yards. 9 yards, going to be close to another first down for the Aggies.
4:43 to go and counting.
Jackson Walker looks like he's settled down just a little bit. Left-handed quarterback. He's got a good arm. Second and a yard. Anniston again pulling everybody in tight. Thomason going to take it to the left, gets a block. 45. Great open field tackle by Rashad Harris. He gets his first down and a flag on the play as he crosses the 45 to 46-yard line.
You can't trip the player down. And number 6 for Anniston, Mr. Brashard Harns, took out his leg and tripped him up.
Harris.
Oh, excuse me, Harris. Well, now they're caught waving it off for tripping.
You're having a rough night when it involves Harris tonight, aren't you?
It's your writing. It looks like Harns to me, but
that's okay. We had to write the lineup down from 3 different sources just to get the numbers. So,
I guess we're lucky to have what we have.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a first down.
But I know in college this year, and you can't trip a player. And there's another laundry flag thrown in the middle of the pack by the umpires. I guess that's usually a bad sign. That's holding on the offense.
Yeah, while you were rambling on there, Thomason picked himself up 5 or 6 yards off the right side, but it's going to be nullified. And this game is starting to settle down into a quagmire of penalties. 6 on the Bulldogs, now 4 on the Aggies. Teams just kind of shooting themselves in the foot as far as trying to get some momentum and get some position.
And you got to remember, this is really their first game of the year, playing, against a different team that counts. Granted, they had the jamborees last week, but this is the real thing.
Well, now Sylacauga, they played a real game against Chilton County, but Anniston's still working, like you say, working through the kinks because they only played like a half.
That was Mr. Looney for Sylacauga.
Tashawn Looney. Got about a foot maybe on the left side over there. We'll call it no gain. And now the Aggies are faced with a second down and 20. Jackson Walker rolls left, throws it, got his man, and he had it in his hands and was unable to come down with it. Keenan Daniel, the senior wide receiver.
That should have been an easy pitch and catch right there between the quarterback and his wide receiver right there. He's wide open in the flat. Would have gotten at least 10, 11 yards there on the catch and made it, a more manageable third down.
And Sylacauga is going to take a timeout and talk about it with 3:18 to go in this first half, and we'll take a break with them. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
See the full line today at Talladega Cycle Sales on Highway 21 in Talladega or online at TalladagaCycleSales.com.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
We are live back here at Anniston High School. Bulldogs leading 15-7. Friday Night Network game of the week. Back to pass, throwing it long downfield, incomplete. Is Jackson Walker as receiver falls down at about the 40-yard line. But Jeff, that was about all they had left on 4th down and 20. Was just try to throw it up and see if somebody could run under it.
Oh, he had him wide open too. Just underthrew him a bit.
So once again, the Anniston defense finding a way to stop that all-state running back for Sylacauga.
And Mario Dobbins back to receive the punt. Last punt that the Aggies had only went about 16 yards.
Here's the snap, nobody rushing. A high booming kick. Dobbins catches it at the 33-yard line, 32-yard line, and Anniston will take over from there with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the half. Anniston, I believe, they get the ball to start the
that is correct.
Second half. So that was big a little while ago when the Bulldogs couldn't punch it in when they got inside the 20. You know, taking a 21 or 22-7 lead at halftime would have been huge. And they can still got 3 minutes to try to pull that off now. But they also don't want to make any mistakes that will cost them. And right now they're going to have to wait a second because the band from Sylacauga is in the end zone.
Driving across
riding a Yamaha with some trailers on the end of it. Here's a toss out to to McCants. McCants picks himself up 4 or 5 yards. He gets out to the 38-yard line.
And big old Derek Carter ran him down from behind and made to make that tackle.
Yeah,
that was good chase there by the defensive lineman there. That's what you ask of them, to chase him down.
The Sylacauga band has got the pit. To me, that's just dangerously close to the sidelines. I know they're not allowed in, but if somebody intercepts it, runs that way, they will be running right into a trailer, several trailers loaded down with pit equipment. The band, Sylacauga, right on the edge of the field down the Anniston end zone is number 61, D'Angelo McElderry. Just ran his own route on that particular play. He took off and nobody else on the entire field moved.
I think the center there had the count wrong. Because the coach just called the center over.
Maybe he's asking him to give McElderly a message. Sometimes the coach was so mad at me he couldn't talk to me directly. He had to send somebody in. Like the time at Georgia Tech when I lost 2 fly balls in the sun. He sent a guy out and said, "Here are your sunglasses." And the coach said this, and I won't read what he said.
You better catch the next fly ball that came to you.
Now you want to know why I didn't have all my sunglasses. 34 runs around the left side. L.J. Hurd picks himself up about 14 or 15 quick yards and gets out of bounds around the 50-yard line.
Anniston has some swagger with them right now, running with authority here, and their downfield blockers on the wide receivers are really putting a lick on these DBs back here. Because I've seen 2 of them just slide across the field there from getting blocked.
2:16 to go in the half. Good thing about McCants was he got out of bounds. Stopped the clock.
2:16 to go.
Dobbins is going to take it, come to the right. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him. Or that's McCants, excuse me. Out of the Wildcat, he just barrels his way down to about the 38-yard line. I gain another 13, 14 yards on the play.
Kalis Pope there on the tackle. Looks like they're lining their receivers up on one side and just running student body left, student body right, and just daring the defense to just come make the tackle.
So far, it's working good.
Change of quarterback here. Wildcat.
They're going to pitch it back to L.J. Hurd.
Hurd took the direct snap, and Dobbins was over here as a wide receiver on that play, which that's his normal position there, so that could have been a little foreshadowing for maybe a trick play later on down the road.
Gain of 6. Puts Anniston over 100 yards on the ground. Second down, 4, clock ticking, minute 30 to go in the half. Official now stopping the clock for something.
Needed to fix his shoulder pads, was sticking out of his uniform.
Okay. Clock starts running again.
Wildcat.
L.J. Hurd picking up some tacklers, 5, 10, 15 yards, down inside the 10, picks himself up about 24, 25 yards, all the way down to the 7-yard line. And L.J. Hurd.
And there's that Wildcat formation again, ran successfully.
Hurd, a senior running back, hasn't carried much up until now.
Really hasn't had to do it. I mean, Mr. Dobbins has been kind of doing it all, and he's back out here as wide receiver again with McCants. And
McCants is going to take it out of the Wildcat, surges forward inside the 5, takes it down to about the 3.
And we got 45 seconds to go, and the clock's still ticking.
Second down and goal.
They need to hurry up, get it. Well, they've called timeout again, their last timeout of the half.
They're glad they had that one with 39 seconds to go. We'll take a break and be right back. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
39 seconds left, first half. The Anniston Bulldogs leading 15-7, trying to make it 22-7 at the half. And what has been a dominating performance from about midway through the first quarter, they have just taken this game to the Sylacauga Aggies. Sylacauga hanging on. They want to keep them out. Anniston with no timeouts left. So that's critical.
I believe Anniston's speed is what's really the story here. They have just totally dominated the offensive line and the running and passing game.
You got to figure they want to run something wide. The ball hits the ground. Dobbins trying to run to the right, and he's going to pick it up and take it down to the 5-yard line, and the clock is ticking, so he's got to hurry up. Instead of jumping around, or McCants picks it up, you got to hurry up and get back to the huddle. That was not Dobbins, but that was McCants that dropped the football. And with 20 seconds to go, they got to hike the ball, and Sylacauga would have 12 men on the field, but they don't. They pitch it back to L.J. Hurd.
He didn't make it in. The clock's going to run out on him.
On the 2-yard line.
You know, they could have gotten up, probably spiked the ball and, you know, had a chance to run a play. But it all went for naught. So at halftime, it's 15-7. Anniston Bulldogs with the lead.
Well, we'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes and see some of the bands and talk about some of the halftime stats. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
Keeping everything under control back home can be complicated, but Alarm.com makes it simple. Say you're relaxing at the beach when, did I forget something? No worries. With Alarm.com, you can lock your house, turn off your lights, close your garage door, adjust your thermostat, and arm your security system. Make sure your home is powered by Alarm.com and control your house with one easy-to-use app.
Your local provider, Systems by Design. Simply smart security.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers. We don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail-commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the fiercely rugged Terex and Terex 4.
See the full line today at Talladega Cycle Sales on Highway 21 in Talladega or online at TalladagaCycleSales.com.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
It's halftime. Anniston leading Sylacauga 15-7. You see the Sylacauga marching band on the field. The band director is Ryan Murrell. Let's see if we can go down and pick up some of that music.
We have done fight until the battle's won. The army goes holding the Where we go, you will always know that the army goes along.
There you have it, the Sylacauga marching band under the direction of Ryan Murrell. A great performance indeed. And Jeff, when you look at some of the halftime statistics, the Sylacauga Aggies 10 first downs, the Anniston Bulldogs 10 first downs. Sylacauga 20 carries for 108 yards on the ground rushing. Anniston 12 for 135. Big difference in passing. Anniston 118. While Sylacauga has 32 passing. Anniston 253 total yards to Sylacauga's 140. And you've really seen Anniston sort of take control of this football game midway through the midway through the first quarter. They kind of have taken over and just gotten all the momentum and got down there twice and didn't score late in the first half.
I think the fumble off the pass that Sylacauga had, where the guy tackle was going out of bounds and he dropped the ball in play, was the turning point right there. They gave Anniston the momentum going on.
And then if you recall, after the Sylacauga touchdown, McCants, McCants ran the kickoff back 60 yards and gave them the momentum right back. So they only lost it just for a few brief moments, and they've really controlled the ball on the clock. They've been inside the 20-yard line of Sylacauga twice in this second quarter and did not score, and were on the 2-yard line as time ran out and had a down to play with.
Yeah, it was just bad time management right there on the Anniston Bulldogs. They should have spiked the ball, went over to the sideline, got a good play set and call, because they were able to run the ball with the whole student body. Basically, that's all the receivers on one side with the tight end, and with Mr. Dobbins or either one of the running backs taking the ball and run it to either the left side or to the right side. And for sure, they probably would have ended up just walking in and scoring, but instead they rushed, fumbled the snap, and just ran on, couldn't get a play off. And that goes back to new quarterback, not knowing, the 2-minute drill very well and being able to punch it in there at the end of the half.
Well, let's go down now and let's listen to a little bit of the Anniston marching band music, and then we'll take a break. So let's head down to the field now and see what Anniston's got here under the direction of band director Reuben Mitchell.
The band the direction of Mr. Reuben Desmond Mitchell, Assistant Band Director Tyson Hall and Jonathan Murphy. Omni Holloway, let us see you work.
There you have it, the Anniston Marching Band under the direction of Reuben Mitchell. We'll take a break and be back as the second half will start here between the Sylacauga Aggies and the Anniston Bulldogs. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers, we don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
Keeping everything under control back home can be complicated, but Alarm.com makes it simple. Say you're relaxing at the beach when, did I forget something? No worries. With Alarm.com, you can lock your house, turn off your lights, close your garage door, adjust your thermostat, and arm your security system. Make sure your home is powered by Alarm.com and control your house with one easy-to-use app.
Your local provider, Systems by Design, Simply Smart Security.
Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99 and then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 72 years.
We build things that work the way you wish they would. Like a front-end loader you can detach from your seat. Or a mower deck you just drive over and cut through knee-deep grass no problem. Yep, We thought the same thing you did. That's why we build them this way. That's how we run. Nothing runs like a deer.
21-7. The Anniston, 15-7. I was thinking about the last thing we were talking about during the break, which was the Lincoln lead score last week. But 15-7, Anniston could have been worse. Could have been 29-7.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse than what it was. You know, end of the second quarter down there, they, fumbled the snap, cost them obviously a touchdown for sure. Then they had the fumble on fourth down. Instead of getting the first down, they fumbled and turned it over there inside the 20. And it could have been a lot worse than what it was. But basically, Anniston's been dominating the first half, running the ball. And the big surprise is in the passing game to where they had 118 yards passing. And I would have never thought that with having a new quarterback coming in off of 4 days of practice and having as good a game as he's having right now.
Yeah, Mario Dobbins, the senior, has really picked it up, and you really can't tell much difference. I know not having their starting quarterback hurts because Dobbins could have been the wide receiver go-to guy, that they could have got the ball to maybe in more positions, but he's doing a heck of a job, where he's at. So
yeah, you never know what's going to, what could have happened with the irregular starting quarterback. This game could have been 35-7. Anniston's speed, and as well as they've been playing the first half, if you had your starting quarterback in, it could have been a whole lot worse. Anniston has been that dominant this first half than I would have ever thought they would have been, as with the size and maturity level of having the seniors on offense for Sylacauga and as many juniors they have on defense. That's what's really surprised me is, the points that they did give up and the yardage that Sylacauga's defense gave to Anniston is the fact that they're still in this ball game only down by 8 points.
And All-State running back Alex Thomason for Sylacauga has been sort of quiet, 12 carries for 78 yards, got off to a great start, but one of the things that the Anniston defense or offense has done is they've kept the ball, and they've grinded out 2 or 3 long drives, and with Thomason unable to be on the field, he can't pick up any yards. So the Anniston offense is proving to be a deterrent to his running attack as well by keeping Thomason off the field.
As we saw at the second quarter, it turned into a laundry fest, and I think that slowed everything down and kept the ball being handed off to your star running back as much as it could have been.
And quarterback Jackson Walker took a couple of hits, back hits, and he looked pretty gimpy there. They tried to call timeout. He kind of walked it off, so maybe it was just one of those things where stingers that you kind of get, maybe you can walk it off, or if not, you go in at halftime and maybe it tightens up a little bit. I don't know. I see him out there throwing on the sideline, so he looks like he's in pretty good shape. It must have been more of a stinger type thing because he did run the ball several plays after that.
I don't remember him having his left leg taped at his calf the first half as it is right now. So maybe he got a little Charlie horse in that calf, and they got it taped up to where it won't bother him now.
Well, we'll take a short break and come back with the second half kickoff. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Stop getting turned down for car credit and call Bill Stanford in Talladega. If you have credit problems and think you can't drive a great car, call, click, or come by Bill Stanford in Talladega today. Tired of hearing no? Bill Stanford says yes. Call, click, or come by today. Past credit problems, slow payments, bankruptcy, divorce? Stop! If your credit is a mess, call, click, or come by Bill Stanford Automotive in Talladega. We love to say yes. On the web at billstanford.com.
In a world that's ever-changing, you have to be sure that your choices are the right choices. At Central Alabama Community College, you'll know you made the best choice. We understand that you need the best educational opportunities. Whether choosing a technical degree program, taking courses to transfer to a 4-year college or university, or being a part of our national championship winning traditions, Central Alabama will provide you with courses and degree programs in tune with today's workplace. Get a sharper focus on your life by choosing one of our 3 convenient locations: Alex City, Childersburg, and Talladega. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success. In a world that
Jaquez Maynard returns the kickoff from his own 10 out to the 45-yard line, sparking the Anniston Bulldogs as we start this second half. Anniston carried the momentum most of the first half. It got stopped at the 2-yard line as time ran out. Dobbins hands it off to McCants. McCants picking his way across the 45. Nowhere to go. Give him 3 maybe.
That big old defensive line of Sylacauga made the stop there, only allowed him 2 yards there. The big 3, number 9, 76, and 64 all came together and stopped him. That was Derek Carter.
Dobbins.
Dawson Green.
Gets the play from the sidelines. Bulldogs looking at a 2nd down and 8. We got movement on the far side as the Anniston Bulldogs again shooting themselves in the foot with a penalty. And we talked about that not having, the quarterback, but the line having to get used to the quarterback's count and things like that. They've had some problems with that, going off on the wrong signal count today. So,
well, usually the coach makes it simpler by giving even the first sound you hear or go on 2. Try to make it consistent where you don't have the penalties that you have going on.
6th penalty against the Bulldogs tonight. 2nd and 13. Dobbins throws a little pass out, and it just goes nowhere and gets stopped for no gain. Intended or caught by L.J. Hurd, but just not anywhere to go on it. 3rd and 14. The Childersburg defense trying to get a stop early. Anniston a huge penalty to knock them back 5 yards, which forced them really to throw the ball on 2nd down.
And so far, it looks like the adjustments at halftime have worked. We'll find out if they actually stop them here on 3rd down.
Dobbins looking over the middle, fires a bullet incomplete as it was intended for Torian Sizemore and low and hit the A right in the middle of the field.
He threw it short, and either he didn't know the route that the receiver was running, or the receiver didn't know the route he was supposed to have ran. But the ball was thrown well short of the receiver, and the Aggies come out actually pushing them back 5 yards from the start. So the defense comes out and holds here.
2 guys back deep for Sylacauga. Nice kick. It's going to hit at about the 35. Takes an Anniston roll and is going to roll all the way down inside the 15-yard line. It's going to be around a 40-yard punt. And Sylacauga will start out in a hole. 10-12 to go in the 3rd quarter, 15-7.
Those are the balls you run up, fair catch, and that would have saved them 15 yards easily right there.
Sylacauga's offense is, let's see what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime. Looks like their defense made some pretty good ones as they shut down Anniston on their first drive rather. Jackson takes the ball. Walker takes it, turns it upfield, 30, 35, stiff arm, and gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And so Jackson Walker just carries it 25 yards on the first play.
Good run there by the quarterback. Tackle made by Derek McElberry. That's kind of the same play that they ran the first half. Quarterback faking the handoff to their star running back, Thomason, and keep it in himself and made a huge run.
Walker now 53 yards on 5 carries himself. He had 99 last week. They hand it off to Thomas on the left, cuts back inside to the 40, 45, skips over a couple of guys and dives out to about the 47. We'll give him a gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Aggies.
One thing I've noticed is whatever side the tight end lines up on, along with their H-back, is usually where the ball's going.
And this time he's lined up on the near side of the field. So let's see if Jeff calls it right. And they're going to throw look like a pass, maybe a lateral out in the flats completed to Cade Bryant. And he's going to take it across the 50, picks up about 6 yards and gets another Aggie first down.
That was just for running the ball.
Yeah, it's close. I couldn't tell from my angle if it looked like a backward lateral. But again, Walker, nice arm.
Yeah, he fired it out there to his receiver, and the receiver made a nice catch and got the first down and plus a few.
Yeah, he's 4 out of 8 on the night, but he's had a couple of drops. Big tight end number 90, Anthony Merkel, changes sides. They're going to hand it off to Thomas. Surges across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Let's give him 5. And it looks like Sylacauga's going to grind it out here in this second half. $8:27 to go, third quarter. Sylacauga hurries up to the line. Walker takes it, fakes it. He's coming this side. He's being chased. He's going to turn it upfield. He's at the 40, the 35. Gets out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. Looks like he's going to pick up another Sylacauga first down.
Smart play there by the quarterback, taking it because he had nothing really open. He had three receivers out on the left, on the near sideline here, closest to where we are in the press box. And they're really, if he would have forced it in there, he could have had an interception and been real costly for these Aggies, who are really now marching the ball down the field.
Looks like they're going to use Walker one way and Thomas in the other and kind of try to even out this Anniston defense. Keep him from cheating to one side. Walker takes it, hands it up the middle to Thomason. He takes that right line and just surges forward all the way to the 28-yard line, a gain of some 7 yards.
And one thing y'all noticing on TV, when he gets the ball, runs up the middle with it, he is covering it with both hands so that he wouldn't get stripped with it as going up to the meat of that defense.
He's got 97 yards on 15 carries. Alex Thomason, 190-pound senior. 2nd and 4. Walker has some confusion.
Officials talking to the quarterback said something's amiss.
Equipment issue of some sort?
That, or he's got a cut and he's bleeding from it. So they're bringing in their backup.
That's going to be number 10, Dalen Keith, 150-pound sophomore.
And this is something you don't like to see. You're marching the ball, and quarterback's got to come out of the ball game here, and everyone's running which way, not sure where to line up.
He's just got to hang on to the ball and hand it off to Thomason. And that's what he does. And Thomason's going to take it around the right side. He gets the first down inside the 23-yard line, a pickup of some 5 yards, and another Sylacauga first down.
One thing I would like to have saw him do on that running play, instead of ducking his head and trying to hit somebody, plant that right foot and cut it back up inside, and he could have gotten at least another 5, 10, 15 yards on that play, but he looked like he was trying to run over the defensive back there.
Handoff up the middle of Thomason. Gets spun to the ground. Good hit inside. Only a couple yards. 2nd down and 8. Thomason now 17 carries, 104 yards. Walker 6 for 64. And this time Thomason's got some room. He's into the secondary, going down the far side, hurtling towards the end zone. Steps out of bounds around the 3 or 4. Let's see when they're going to mark it. Jeff says the 9. The 8. And he's going to pick up another Aggie first down. Just give the ball to Alex Thomason.
And let him work his magic.
18 carries, 111 yards. Thomason takes it again. They got a guy hanging on him. They push him back. Maybe a yard and a half on the play.
I think we're going to see the quarterback pull it out and run it here.
Yeah, that's 5 straight carries to Thomason, and they've been doing that. Stick the ball in his belly and then pull it out and follow him into the hole. Or either completely fake it to him and come this way.
They snap it. They got 12 men on the field. There it is. There's the flag.
Handoff. Who had the 12? Anniston?
Anniston had 12. Number 23 didn't get off the field in time. So they're going to get half the distance to the goal and get to repeat second down.
6:03 to go in the first half. You keep looking for a heat timeout here in just a minute.
Usually it's at the 5:58 mark.
Yeah.
But I think with them marching towards the goal right here, you don't want to call a heat timeout right now.
Well, that clock starts up. I'll bet the house they'll call it.
You're probably right, but that's just, you cut all the momentum out from a football team if you do something like that.
And I've seen it done. Anderson would love to get that timeout right now to regroup around that goal line without having to use the timeout. Their own timeout, rather.
Let's see. I don't know if the clock will start here at the snap.
We'll see if it does. Not going to. Jackson Walker hands it off to Thomason. Takes it in for the touchdown. 3-yard run. He goes off of left guard. And all of a sudden it's 15-13. And Anniston is regretting those 2 drives in the second quarter that could have put them up 2 or 3 touchdowns.
That was a big hole opened up there by number 55, Austin Decker, that led the way for Tomlinson to walk on into the end zone.
They're going to have
the heat timeout now.
Oh, you don't have the heat timeout.
They're taking the heat timeout.
We're going to take the heat timeout on the extra point. You usually don't see the extra point broken up either, but we'll take one with them. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Face it, when buffering arrives, the party's over. So ditch your slow internet and get Cable One. It has speeds of up to 100 megabits, and that is 10 times faster than AT&T. No buffering, no stuttering, just the ultimate streaming experience. So bring home Cable One and make buffering a thing of the past. Cable One, the face of fast.
Sylacauga going to go for 2, try to tie this thing up. 5:58 to go here in the third quarter. Looks like they've got a power I formation.
They got the heavy group in.
They got the big number 9, Derek Carter, 250-pounder in there at guard. Now we got a official stopping the clock.
What we got going on? 12 men on the field. Anniston.
Illegal substitution, and man, when you're going for 2, that's going to help you because it's going to make it a 1.5-yard play now instead of a 3-yard play. That definitely increased your chances. And Terry Spidell coming off the field.
No, I think they just send one. There could have been multiple people that should not have been out there.
How many do they have out there now? 12 or 11?
They've got the 11 now.
They're going to go for 2 power I. They're going to hand it back to Thomason. He just bowls his way in for the score, and this game is tied. 15-all. 5:58 still to go in the game, and we'll take a break. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval, we deliver with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers. We don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
15-15 and just past the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. The Anniston Bulldogs return the kickoff to the 25-26-yard line. They'll set up shop, 1st and 10. And Sylacauga's regained some of the momentum with a 11-play drive to start their first possession of the second half, and they've tied this game at 15.
Took it 85 yards.
Dobbins going to hand it off to McCants. McCants coming right. Gets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 yards as he crosses the 35. They're going to spot him, looks like at the 36-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. He is going to get a first down.
Got upended there by number 84, which I wouldn't call him number 86, Chris Jackson, because I think that's the one that had the number changed. That was a good run.
Yeah, McCants don't have his yards total up individually, but he's having a good night. Said runs of 26, 5, 16, 14, so he's getting up close to 80, 90 yards. Fumble, ball on the ground. Recovered by Anniston.
Different quarterback in, number 18. Yes, 18.
Tyree Carmichael came in for one play. That's the freshman. Dobbins is having some equipment problems here on the sideline, so he's out right now.
Well, he's a little gimpy. He's got a little, yeah. He's jumping up and down, but he's out a couple plays. This is something.
Must have got hit on that kickoff return.
Mm-hmm. So now you got the third string quarterback in.
And here's Carmichael rolling right, and he's buried.
He's
back
sacked
at the 20-yard line. He's going to lose about 10 yards.
Wow. They go from 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, and on past two plays have gone backwards 16 yards.
Dobbins just itching to get back in the game. Got his helmet back on.
I think he's getting the play from coach.
But it's 3rd down and
forever.
30. Once again, things backing up for Anniston as Sylacauga starting to take control of the game physically and emotionally.
Delay of game.
5-yard penalty against Anniston, another penalty. That is their 9th penalty of the game. 3rd down and 35.
Anniston's got to pull it back together and get focused in here before they totally lose all momentum, and they've gone everything but forward in this third quarter.
Let me correct that. It's 25 yards. Dobbins just throws it way downfield. Got a receiver out there. He's got it. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Anniston.
No Laundry on the play, but the Jalen
LG Hurd.
Dobbins is down on the ground hurt.
He just threw an 80-yard touchdown pass.
He got leveled, and coaches ran out there and grabbed him, got him off the field as quickly as they can. I hope this young man's all right.
Wow, what a pass. Dobbins to L.J. Hurd sprinting down the sidelines. 80 yards, and it's a stun. And isn't Dobbins the
He's the kicker. He's the extra point kicker.
They're all lined up, and there's no kicker out there. You can take a delay of game penalty here and probably wouldn't hurt.
And the thing about Dobbins is he hit his receiver in stride. That was a beautiful pass that he threw. He paid for it, but it was beautiful. You couldn't draw it up any better than that, Brent.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is blocked. Let's see if it got through, and it did. And it's 22-15, and it looks like Brashard Harris got hurt.
Yeah, he's coming off.
He's limping off. We'll try to sort all this out after we come back. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Folks, the team at Bucks Island wants to be your boat dealer. We have a huge selection of bass boats, fishing boats, sport boats, and lots of pontoon boats. We have warehouse pricing on all those boats with a price match guarantee. Nobody beats our price. Choose your dealer carefully, just as carefully as you choose your boat. At Bucks Island, we'll treat you like we want to be treated. Come see us.
And the momentum has definitely shifted back in Anniston's favor. Mario Dobbins got belted on that long touchdown pass, but he got up and walking around again. Looks like he's cramping, probably got hit in the stomach, and looks like he's going to be okay, though. Meanwhile, Sylacauga has the ball on their own 30, and they're going to have to do it all over again, take it and drive it for a touchdown, as their lead was short-lived, or the tie of the game was short-lived. Walker throws a pass, the lefty fires it. It is intercepted. 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 26-yard line. As that is number 4 for Anniston, and we don't have his name on any one of the many rosters would be accumulated for Anniston. But a great defensive play, and all of a sudden Anniston is knocking on the door again.
I will see if I can come up with who number 4 is.
All right. That's pretty important. That's a big, huge play for the Bulldogs as he intercepted the pass at the 50-yard line and returns it to the 27-yard line. We're waiting now to see if Dobbins is going to come back out at quarterback. And Anniston with a chance to go up by 2 scores. Dobbins is in at quarterback. He's got Brashard Harris behind him, or rather McCants behind him. Dobbins throws a pass. It is incomplete. He better get on it. You never know on some of them kind, whether it's a lateral or a pass, but the official indicating it's a pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. The pass was intended for Maynard. The Speedster unable to haul it in. 2nd and 10. Anniston at the 26-yard line of Sylacauga.
Got an answer for you there, Brent, from who number 4 is. He was number 41, Derek McEldry.
Fumble on the snap. Dobbins picks it up and picks up a couple yards. Still lost a couple on the play. That was number 41, you said?
Yes, he is number 4 now.
Okay.
And here he is. He's coming back in for this final 1 second of the ball game.
You ever see those shows where they go through all these traps and get knocked in the water by all these different things in the mud and trying to make it to the end?
Gladiator.
The Gladiator. That's what he's been tonight. And now we got a timeout
by Anniston to see what they came out for defense-wise. And they got Sylacauga had prevent, bow of the way, 3 defensive backs playing back 20. So they were playing for probably going for the long pass, but
do you dare try something like an over-the-middle
hook
flea flicker?
Yeah. Well, we just about seen that all here tonight, so it wouldn't surprise me. Coach Bullock does have that play in his playbook.
Now, how do you know? Did you talk with him earlier?
Everybody has that play in their playbook.
All right, that's good. That's good. I was just wondering if you got here earlier and got in the scene before I did.
Actually,
it's late. I'm sorry.
When you walked out, I walked in and said, "Hey, you got the hook and ladder on your playbook?"
He's been here a long time, and so have us. We want to thank our camera crew.
Excellent job tonight, guys.
And I wrote their names down so I could remember them. And our technicians, there's Jeremy and Jake and Tyler. All you guys have been great. Tyler and Jeremy on the cameras.
Well, here we go.
1 second to go on the clock. Can Super Mario deliver?
No.
He has trouble with McCants handing the ball off to him, and everybody went deep, and they were going to try to hand the ball to McCants, and he gets knocked down for no gain, and we're going to overtime. And we'll be right back. We'll take a short break and come back as the ball will be put on the 10-yard line, and we'll see what happens. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Isn't it the
Why shop for a vehicle in Talladega? Because buying a car is a big deal. When you buy, you want the best deal. Shop 6 of America's best brands all in one location. Over 200 new vehicles and quality used. Sale priced. We pay up to 150% of Kelley Blue Book for your trade. And we're the home of the Bill Deal. Take the short drive to Talladega for the best buying experience you'll ever have. Bill Stanford Automotive.
Come see me for your special Bill Deal today.
Don't let this happen to you. Come in today at Big Woody's Tires on Highway 202 in Anniston for a free tire and rim inspection. With over 3 decades of experience, Big Woody's has new and used tires with the latest and most up-to-date equipment. We specialize in 30-inch wheels and down. If you can't afford new tires, see us for good high-tread used tires at a fraction of the cost. You're born to be a winner. Make your ride safe and look like one too with tires and wheels from Big Woody's, where every reasonable price is negotiable.
And we're just zipping right along here at Mosby Lott. Or Lott-Mosby or
Lott-Mosby Memorial.
Yeah, it's all running together as Sylacauga and Anniston have put on a spectacular show for a huge crowd here at Anniston High School. It kind of brings back memories of the old days here where you've got one of these classic football games on a historical field that's been here forever. You see the officials out at the center of the field. They haven't even flipped the coin yet to determine who's going to get the ball. They get a rest period of, well, we got 2 more minutes before that rest period's up. So since we've got 2 more minutes, we'll take another break and be back in just a few moments. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA. Professional Apothecary has been the Talladega area's trusted hometown pharmacy for generations. We can meet all your prescription and insurance needs. Plus, you'll find all the basic over-the-counter medications. There's a full line of support hose, and don't forget to check out our Dollar Saver shelf. When it comes to medical supplies, Professional Apothecary has you covered. You'll find everything from mobility needs to home and portable oxygen, CPAP equipment and supplies, easy lift chairs, and a full line of Dr. Comfort shoes.
Thank you for shopping at Professional Apothecary.
Just off the square in Talladega.
Keeping everything under control back home can be complicated, but Alarm.com makes it simple. Say you're relaxing at the beach when, did I forget something? No worries. With Alarm.com, you can lock your house, turn off your lights, close your garage door, adjust your thermostat, and arm your security system. Make sure your home is powered by Alarm.com and control your house with one easy-to-use app.
Your local provider, Systems by Design. Simply smart security.
You can drive a new-to-you certified car, truck, or SUV today at Avery Auto Sales in Oxford or Anniston. Anniston. At Avery Auto Sales, we don't just guarantee your credit approval with as little as $99 down. Don't believe us? Get fast 5-minute phone approval by calling us right now. Bruce Credit, first-time buyers. We don't care. At Avery Auto Sales, you're approved. Avery Auto Sales, Highway 78 East in Oxford, or at 410 South Quintard in Anniston. Shop Avery Auto Sales, where you're approved. Guaranteed.
They're lining the fence now in Anniston, as you can look down and see the crowd as the game has gotten tighter. Everybody's seemingly kind of moving closer to the field. They flipped the coin, and now we're going to see
Sylacauga is getting the ball first, heading towards the east end zone.
That's interesting. That's going to put them down there in front of their main student body and their band, and where most of the fans are, quite frankly. So that's
everybody's
everybody
down
a favor. Yeah.
So
I remember that Clay Chalkville Oxford triple overtime game. They kept changing ends after each overtime, and the whole section of stands would get up and move all the way down to one end, and they come all the way back. Yeah.
It was massive student body. I mean, it really was. The students from Clay Chalkville will go from one end with their trash can lids and noisemakers and all go down to one end and then rotate all the way back to the other end. It was exciting high school football, and this turns out to be just as great.
Jackson Walker flips it back to Looney, goes around the right side. He's in! Touchdown, Looney, from 10 yards out. And Sylacauga leads for the first time tonight.
Fake it to the big man, give it to the speedster, and in he goes. Great blocking out there by number 3,
Cade
Bryant on the edge there that sprung him loose for the touchdown.
Tashun Looney, the speedster, picks up 10 yards. Sylacauga now over 300 yards rushing. Another crucial extra point by Riley Keith. And Anniston may have jumped off sides.
It's not going to matter. It's going to be
good
anyway.
And they didn't call it. He just got a great jump, I guess.
You're probably right. He was off sides. He's been creeping all night on that corner because there's no ref down here on this line to see him.
You sound like someone that's used to figure out how to get around the refs, huh?
Well, I think the head ref kind of was talking about it right there. He went up and talked to the line judge over there and said, hey, we got to watch these edges.
And you see the student body for Sylacauga moving around on the far side as all their students are now headed down towards I'm not sure where they went, but they're
headed down towards the band section.
They're
right behind the cheerleaders.
Yeah, everybody's kind of moving down this way now to see better. Ball is on the 10. You've got McCants in the backfield along with Dobbins.
There's that play they ran.
In practice and fumbled it, but this time they have some success with it as number 12, Jaquez Maynard, would not go down, and he finally gets hauled in at about the
6-yard line.
6-yard line, but they ran that in practice, and they fumbled it every time they ran it, so that was a little scary.
Well, this time it actually went for positive yardage.
The ball is on the 6. Anniston down by 7. They're fighting for their life.
As you can see, it's on the left hash mark, so it gives them plenty of room to run to the right.
Dobbins brings them out. Everybody lined up in there toe-to-toe. You see Sylacauga, 8 men on the line. They're going to give it to 34.
And
Hurd is going to be hit for no gain at the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
They saw that play come. Number 84, which I believe is number 86, Chris Jackson, saw that coming all the way from the left far side and just put his nose on his numbers and took him down.
This is a huge play. 3rd down and 6. We're in overtime. Anniston needs to get 7 points. We'll see what Coach Bullock has got to pull out of his hat. You almost think they got to run the ball right at them, but it's just, you don't know.
They've been doing it all night. Now they're trying a little trickery.
Now we got flags. That's going to make it very crucial if it's against
Hurst.
Anniston.
I think Hurst was moving up and down while the other guy went in motion, so they can't have two guys moving.
Oh, two guys in motion. Puts the ball back to 11. About the time you count them out, the Bulldogs have been coming back tonight. Let's see if they got one more in them.
Well, that may give them a little bit more room just to throw the ball now.
Could be. We're in overtime. Sylacauga scored first. They lead by 7. Anniston has to match them. They have 2 plays to score. And then they got to kick the extra point or this game is over.
Or they can go for 2 for the win.
That's right.
And the ball snapped.
Dobbins rolling out to his left. He throws it for the end zone. He's got a man there, and it's incomplete as he slides into the fence in front of the end zone crowd. It's going to be 4th down and goal.
Barring a penalty, this is it, folks. It's all or nothing here.
Looks like Anniston may take a timeout. No, they're not. The 25-second clock is running. Anniston is.
Well, they can have the penalty. It doesn't matter.
Well, it does.
It backs them
16
up.
yards versus 11, you know. But they need to call a timeout here, I think. I just don't think they're going to have time to get the play off.
No.
Play clock is down to 5. It's down to 4. They're not even looking to hike it. They barely get the play off. Dobbins throws it up for the corner. It is
it's called touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 3, C.J. Ramsey somehow pulled it out of the air away from the Sylacauga defender. What a catch on a pass by Dobbins.
He had the beat on. All he had to do was knock it down.
And he missed it.
He missed it. And Anniston, he went up and got that thing like a rebound.
On 4th and 11, after a penalty, backs him up 5 yards. Now, if you're Coach Eddie Bullock, do you just go for the win?
Well,
you know, you struggle with your kickers.
Dobbins is their kicker.
Oh, that's right. He is their kicker.
But it doesn't look like they're going to, well.
He's got a tee in his hand, I think.
Yeah, he does have a tee. He's got a tee, so it looks like it's going for the extra
Anniston's got
point.
complete chaos on the field. They've only
I don't think they got 10
10
people.
men on the field.
They call timeout. They call their timeout.
Chaos. The game that keeps on giving to you, folks.
Woo.
Just when you think you've seen it all, then, I mean, it's just been one of those games where you don't see normal behavior and the things that normal happen in the game. The unusual has happened instead of the norm. I mean, they're going to go for the extra point, and you get out there, there's 10 guys out there, and then 2 of them's coming this way and 2 of them's going that way, and it's tough. I'm glad I'm not a coach. This would be just driving me crazy.
Be eating about a whole bottle of Tums by now.
Yeah. That's what
that's what we're thinking about.
You got to wonder is,
well, the tee's still out there.
You got a chance to win or lose in a one play. Do you go ahead and go for 2 to go for the win and get this thing over with, or do you kick it?
Looks like they're kicking the extra point. Now, they could fake it because your kicker is the quarterback. Why is he moving it? Oh, they're moving it closer in to kick. That's not.
They're placing the ball on the 8. It's only 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Usually
I think it's a
7.
fake. I think it's fake.
They're going to pitch it to Dobbins. He's running for the corner.
And
he throws it. The ball's
game's
loose.
over.
It's over. Sylacauga wins, and their bodies on the field for Anniston. They're worn out. My goodness. 36-35 Sylacauga. They're dancing on the field. What a football game. Dobbins faked it. At the last minute, tried to pass it, and it fell incomplete. A worn out and exhausted Anniston football team.
Great football. Great football. Everything and more you couldn't expect. I mean, you've gotten this game more. That was unreal. Wow.
You see the crowds crossing the field, and, wow, you kind of hate to go. You've been here a long time. You kind of hate for it to end like this and want to see one more overtime period, but that's your final score, 36-35. We'll take a short break and wrap this thing up. This is FNN, the Friday Night Network.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail-commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the fiercely rugged Terex and Terex 4.
See the full line today at Talladega Cycle Sales on Highway 21 in Talladega or online at TalladagaCycleSales.com.
They're still out of breath here as the Sylacauga Aggies take a 36-35 overtime victory over the Anniston Bulldogs. Anniston goes for two on the fake in the overtime and unable to get it in as Dobbins is dragged down at the 1 yard line. His time ran out. What a thriller, Jeff.
I'm worn out. I think I feel just as worn out as these young men are. Exciting ball game, point for point, touchdown for touchdown. It all came down to a fake extra point, and couldn't ask for anything more tonight on a beautiful Friday night for high school football.
488 total yards for Anniston, 414 total yards for Sylacauga. They left it all on the field. Next week we'll be down at Ranburne as I'm not sure who Ranburne is playing next week. Fayetteville, that's right. The Fayetteville Wolves are coming to Ranburne, and that'll be an interesting game as 2A region play starts up, and it'll be a region game, a lot more on the line. Hopefully we'll see a great game. The thing about Ranburne is they have the upper deck. In case you haven't heard of it, they have an upper deck in their stands at Ranburne, and you can actually sit up above and watch the game from up there. So we'll look forward to that. And for Brent Locklear and Jeff Johnston here, this has been High School Friday Night Football here on FNN, the Friday Night Network.